What up, everybody? How we all doing this Monday night in our beautiful GoBot world? I have no idea how Shawn Michaels wears these glasses. I can't see anything but red. But I'm only seeing red, the red of Turbo, the red of Smallfoot, and the red of money here in Canada if you have a $50 bill, because GoBots the movie is coming, and it is a glorious thing, and I can't read the chat because of these red glasses. It's that bad. How we all doing on the Challenge of the GoBots SLUG podcast, going 9 years now, talking about the GoBots in disguise. And Michael Bay has confirmed that he is coming back after doing 6 glorious GoBot movies. We have a 7th one that's involving the Rock Lords, you know, that 90s GoBots that no one cares about. That was a CG series made by Mainframe. Crazy stuff. So get ready for that. And it is going to be an amazing CG movie. Probably going to be stop motion, though, because claymation is way more popular today in our Earth 2 world that we live in. Crazy stuff. But I can't do this any longer because it's April Fool's. I don't know how Shawn Michaels wears these. How are we all doing? It's the Transformer Slag podcast. Let's get rid of this overlay. And we're going to talk Transformers. And that's how it's going to be, yo. Got a haircut today. Feeling like I have a little bit more hair on the side than on the top, but that's here and nor there. Got some GoBot stuff in the background there. I don't know why. Put some GoBot stuff all over the background, only for it not to be seen. How we all doing? It is the Transformer Slag Podcast Saturday Night live stream main event. I'm your host, Proto Man. I am the face that runs this place. And this is the craziness that is the Transformer Slag Podcast. We're going to talk about the news today. We are going to update some new stuff that we talked about throughout the week. We got some new stuff to talk about today that broke. A lot of cool stuff here and there. I feel sorry for people who are coming in right now that have already missed the beginning of the live stream. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So we'll jump into it. Again, let's see. We got Michael Koo. We got Ashnaw. We got Mikey and Louie. Lizard Sphere X. Preston Phalanx 59. Bigums. Who else do we got here? If I miss anybody. I was wearing glasses that made me practically blind. I don't even know how the wrestlers went to the ring in that. J.R. Mina, Mike Rosen, Michael Koo, Tucker. I think I got everybody at the moment. I'm sure more people are filing in. Snolato and Ashnod and everybody. We're going to jump into the news. Once again, if you want to participate, got our super chat button down there. Throw in a super chat, ask a couple of questions, and rock out with the robots in the sky. So let's do that, and we're not talking GoBots. Don't worry about that. The Rock and John Cena aren't getting together to make sure that planet Earth is saved from Psykill and the Renegades. No, we are talking about a brand new Transformers campaign item. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So it's been 6 years since we've had campaign items in any shape or form. I did a separate long form segment of this earlier this week on the channel. Be sure to check it out to get the whole history of this mold and these kind of campaign items and how they've been done. But we're finally returning to them, at least in Japan. Japan stopped doing them around the time of Power of the Primes going into Siege. And I guess mostly because it was the John Warden era. And maybe there was different goals and planning that was done. And during the John Warden era of Transformers, they didn't want to do campaign items with Japan. But we're back at it. We're in a new era now. We're in the Mark and Evan era, the BMAC era, the Sam era. A whole bunch of individuals working the black magic and making it happen. And we got here the Burning Plasma Blaster. That's going to be a bonus item. It was a extensive repaint with clear deco and matte deco of Fire Drive, the old Siege character from the Battle Masters. And this is going to be soon to be available in Japan, April 15th. If you spend 5,000 yen or more on Transformers Rise of the Beast or Beasto Kakse, Beast Awakening product, you will get a free burning plasma blaster little transformer here. It looks like it's supposed to homage the burning beast convoy colors that was seen in the Beast Wars second movie. And of course, they did repaints and Masterpiece, and of course, Robot Masters. I know I'm forgetting, obviously, the original paint scheme also had the burning colors. So it's probably going to work with that. I don't know why they put it with Optimus Prime here, but I guess maybe the guys at Takara didn't get the memo. But pretty cool. It's going to be available at according to this, which I still don't believe, every single retailer is going to have this as a bonus item. So there's probably going to be tons of these in the secondary market. I'm pretty sure by TFCon, let's say Orlando, these are probably going to be all over the place. Well, for sure at some point, if the Japanese distributors make their way to the show. But we'll see more about that. Maybe we'll get some nice images of this with a burning beast convoy at some point. Let's get to the flex changers. So now we got our first look at the packaging of the long speculated flex changers. The Karuto change, as they were called in Japan, on the bottom right there, of Nightbird and Bumblebee. So here's what they're going to be called here in America and their packaging. They are called flex changers. They are an homage to the Beast Wars flip changers, using a similar kind of engineering, but instead of using a metal spring, it uses more of a POM plastic, very springy kind of thing. 3 steps: Kuruto change, flex change, and you have your robot mode. So we know that there's a Bumblebee. We saw the images of it. But supposedly, according to listings that we saw as early as July of last year, there's supposed to be a Cheetor that's going to be part of this segmentation also. So we'll finally get a beast related one in this flip changery, flex changer kind of thing. And it's going to be Cheetor, who oddly enough was never a flip changer. Maybe if they did, well, actually, now I think about it, Rhinox wasn't a flip changer. Air Razor was a basic, but that's when they phased out the flip changers. Cheetor isn't a flip changer. Primal was only a flip changer as the Bat Primal. So, well, maybe they missed the bat on. Maybe they should have made Skull Cruncher the flip changer then. Anyways, maybe it's not too late for it. But still, check it out, yo. That's going to be showing up. Supposedly, the rumored MSRP on these is $14.97 at Walmart, but it has not been confirmed yet. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully, we'll get some more info on it. Speaking of store exclusive stuff, we also have Air Razor, the Beast Unite version, in a Beast Alliance, excuse me, in a single pack. So we talked about this when it was the Jungle Mission 3 packs, a Target exclusive through Buzzworthy Bumblebee. And we saw that this Air Razor was coming with both the Cheetor and the Bumblebee and the Mirage. And we're like, okay, so I guess at some point this is the only way we're going to be able to get these. But nope, it looks like we have some single versions of these too. It looks like if you want to get just the Air Razor on her own, she is available in a single pack using this mainline packaging. We do not have confirmations if the Mirage or the Bumblebee will also be part of it. I think what this might be is maybe one of those figures in those Jungle Mission 3 packs is an exclusive. It just hasn't been, brought to attention. Like maybe the Mirage is exclusive to that 3 pack, or the Bumblebee, or maybe there's an exclusive deco to it. We don't know, but right now this looks exactly like the one that we saw in the 3 pack, and of course all the images that we saw. I mean, this was practically one of the first figures that we saw when it came to Rise of the Beast in any shape or form. So pretty cool either way. I mean, I dig it that we're getting an opportunity to get these in a single pack, because if you're not feeling that Bumblebee and you don't want to pay the $60 MSRP that the 3 pack is asking, you could kind of just pick this up on its own. We don't know the MSRP yet. The sticker on there is UK pricing, and that's not exactly the best way to figure out the price, because the exchange sometimes does not add up to how it should be. It's kind of like with Canadian exchange, it'd be the same thing. Get me a sip of water today. So Let's talk about something else too. Let's talk about Boss Monkey. We got some better images of him since last we talked about it early this week. And this is, of course, our mainline Voyager class Optimus Primal. Now we have some nicer packaging image shots, as well as the back of the box that actually has it transformed correctly. I don't know who the guy was that picked up the Voyager class Optimus Primal. One moment. Ugh, got my wires everywhere. Um, and didn't transform it properly at all. I mean, I'd like to believe that Optimus Primal is probably one of the simplest beast transformers of all time, and to mistransform him, man, I don't know what's going on with that. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, it is funny how bad those photos were. He brought it back home afterwards, took some new photos, and they were still bad photos. They were still not looking that great. And let's just get to those photos, at least some of them. And it's like, well, I mean, I guess he got it a little bit. He fixed the chest at least. We got a gold super chat from Joseph Ritter. And gold super chat. Thank you, Joseph, with the gold super chat. Maybe we get Twin Twist and Top Spin in these. Watch the D&D movie premiere. Much better than Snake Eyes, but not retirement worthy. Hope Rise of the Beast gets me on the beach with a tasty drink. We'll see, Joseph. We'll see. I heard good things about the D&D movie. Hopefully those good words transfer into actual ticket sales because the excitement wasn't that big for it. And then, of course, there was the boycott from the D&D community. So there was a lot going on where I just kind of hope that the movie finds its legs and works well for everyone. At least I hope it does. But we'll see. We will see. I hope it works out. But I've been hearing a lot of good things. A lot of people were saying the action was good, the choreography was good, special effects were good. It was funny. It was exciting. So yeah, awesome. Am I going to see it in the theaters? Probably not. Never been really a big D&D guy. I'm a Magic the Gathering guy. I'm not big on the role play thing. I'll be honest with you. I'm really not. Hey, and no hate to people who enjoy it. It's their thing. It's their thing. I'll wait for it when it goes on streaming. And even then I might not even watch it. It's not my thing personally. But hey, I'm happy for people that it is finding its legs. I mean, the last D&D movie, what was that with the Wayans brothers or something? That one was garbo. That one was terrible. So, I mean, hey, that's awesome. Good stuff for them. Happy that they have something cool that they could look forward to. And yeah, Michael Koo says it made 15.3 million on opening day. Is that good? I don't know. Is that was expected? Is I don't know. I'm not really good with the numbers. If it was 100 million, I'd go like, okay, I guess that sounds good. But I don't know what they were expecting really. But I hope it works out. I hope it works out. I hope it. Again, I really hope that it finds legs because Hasbro really needs it right now. They don't need another crash and burn, and those stocks just keep sliding. But back to the bot. Speaking of bots that look sliding, we got here the 8 bot. Looks good with Optimus Primal. Again, I like that we finally have an Optimus Primal toy that actually looks like actually looks like his movie counterpart. Anyone saw that my tweet earlier this week? 4 out of the 5 Optimus Primal movie toys we got do not look like their counterparts. And Aeronaut's here too. What's up, Mike? Nice. There was 2 direct-to-video sequels. Ugh, really? Oh, I can imagine the quality of those. Probably like that Thor movie that Kevin Nash was in. Want that 2 hours of my life back. Uh, what was it called? Odin or something? I don't even remember. Anyways, so that we got this Primal. Again, he comes with his 2 swords, so that's at least confirmed he has those 2 weapons. I mean, look, let's be real. It looks like more or less what we saw in the animation model from the limited amount of stuff that we saw from the Super Bowl stuff. Not Super Bowl. I think that was an NFL Christmas. I think it was the Christmas game. We saw some stuff there. So we saw the animation model with it, and of course the trailer that we saw. So at least there's some hope at least with this one. But reminder, like we saw a listing for a Studio Series Leader Class TF7 Rise of the Beast Cyclops, which that's the code name for Optimus Primal. So there will be a Leader Class of Optimus Primal at some point in the future. So if you're kind of interested in getting a better version, chances are I'd probably wait it out and spend the $55.99 when the Leader Class comes out, and it'll probably scale better. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We will see. It is what it is. Speaking of also leaders, we also got, you know what, this one here, I feel like I'm going to do a separate segment on it on the podcast and try to break it down because there's a lot more going on here. Number one, the toy in the packaging is a repack of the Transformers Authentics Titan Changer Megatron that we got, geez, 2 years ago, maybe even more, maybe 3 years ago, but definitely minimum 2 years ago. And the art, I mean, it's new art to some people, but that really is just the unused Bumblebee movie art, and also was used by 3A with their 3-0 kind of stuff that they were doing. And I mean, then we get into also the Titan Changer, excuse me, the not Titan Changer, what was it called there? Tiny Titans, I think they were called. Yeah, the Tiny Titans version of Megatron that had a Bumblebee movie toy, probably one of the few Bumblebee movie toys that was probably based on it, which also turned into a tank. I'm going to do an individual segment about it this week. There's a lot of like history here with that and story. Aside from Megatron looking like he got hit in the balls here and he's just really not happy about it. So I'll probably dive more into this later, but this is something that's out there right now. But the toy that's packed in with it, despite it being a Rise of the Beast packaging, is just a repack, and it is what it is, like I always say. We also got some new Transformers sublines. So these showed up in Mayor, and I want to give a shout out to Collecticon, who contacted me and sent me some better images of some of the packaging, anyhow, that he saw. I don't know what's going on, guys. Like we have people now in the fandom that they find product and they're excited to share it with us in the wild, but they take the most dog crap images ever. And I mean, I don't want to hate, but geez, like some of the images I've been seeing recently, it's like they're taking it on their like Nokia from like 2001 while they're underwater at an angle at like a Adam West, like what is it called there that there's an it's an angle that was used in the Batman movies. Oh God, they use them in some of the Kill Bill movies. Use them too. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, I think it had like a European name or something. But yeah, so now we got some good images. Again, shout out to Collecticon. Uh, they took some images, some nicer images, and let us know what exists at least in some shape or form. So half of this line that we know of is Speed Series Bumblebee Movie 2018 repacks. Dutch Angle, thank you. Van Hope Comedy, thank you. That's what it was called. I was like, European, is it Dutch? Yes, that's it. Thank you, Dutch Angle. There, I knew Aronoff would know it too, of course. I was waiting for you to say it first, Mike. Um, so it gets to this point where like we just have these reissues here, and even the packaging is reused. It's reused packaging. Not the packaging itself, but the art is reused. The toy art, the toy packaging is reused. It's just a budget product of this Autobots Unite thing. I don't know if it's a Market 6 exclusive because so far they've only been found in Mayors here in America, and they've been found supposedly sparsely in Mexico at Walmarts, but I don't know how the contracting works there. So it might be completely different. But so far in the United States, every person that's found these have found them in Mayors. So hey, if you didn't pick up 2018 Bumblebee movie Speed Series figures, now you could buy them probably in a post-COVID MSRP inflation. So, because these were originally $5.99, I have no idea what these are going to be today. Probably $9.99, knowing how it is. But the bigger ones here, of course, was the orange Ironhide as Battle Trap, and getting a Megatron now that actually comes with the Energon igniter, which they call here Core Energon or Energon cores now, according to the Spanish on the packaging here. So the Megatron isn't a big deal. It's also a repack of that Power series. It's just that when you got that Megatron in the Power series, and I believe that was $9.99, you didn't get the core little Energon igniter. Now you do get it. So, hey, that's pretty cool. So, at least you get one of those. And the thing is, if you buy the Speed Series ones, like I mentioned before, you need to have one of those little core Energon igniters for them to Speed Series, across, because they have these little free wheels on them, Hot Wheels style, or like the old GoBots, aka Spy Changers. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But the big one, of course, is Battle Trap and the wildness that Hasbro is doing here, taking that Revenge of the Fallen control art of Ironhide, giving it an orange paint scheme, taking the Ironhide Bumblebee movie car toy packaging, giving that the Photoshop treatment in orange, and then taking the toy and giving it an orange color scheme, giving it a purple Energon igniter. Now, keep in mind, there is no other color Energon igniters outside of the blue for Autobots and the red for Decepticons. So because he's a Terracon, they're doing a purple one. It's pretty cool. Yeah, sure. And sure. Again, to me, I almost just want to buy it just because it's a purple Energon igniter, and it's such a weird orange Ironhide repaint. Weird stuff. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? Uh, Wacky stuff. Very weird. Very very weird. And that's it more or less for the news. But I mean, what a week! What a weird week of stuff. And you know what? Every day more stuff is coming out because more of this product is now starting to show up in retail. So we're starting to see some stuff for the very first time that wasn't leaked in any shape or fashion. You know, not in South America, not in Mexico, not in Europe, and more importantly, not in, you know, the Pacific Rim in any shape or form. So pretty cool, pretty cool. But that's it more or less. We'll go into the sponsors stuff. We're going to go into some cool things that we got this week. And then we'll just relax for the rest of the evening and take some super chats from people. But we'll first start, of course, with Symbiote Studios, as always. It's turning the wrong way. With the plush, the pins, and the t-shirts. I'm not wearing one of the pins today because I didn't have a GoBot flavored one. Symbiote, got to make a Psykill one or something so we could sell all of 3 of them because probably no one would buy it except me. The plush, the pins, and the t-shirts today. I'm rocking Snake Eyes, like Symbiote Studio says. Apparently, at least some non-Transformer Hasbro brands could do well. But hey, why don't you go buy yourself a Snake Eyes with? There's Timber right there, looking cute. A Snake Eyes t-shirt, or some Transformer t-shirts, or some Transformer pins, or some GI Joe pins, or some GI Joe t-shirts. Or you could get all of these guys. And there's more coming. I could guarantee there are some really cool ones coming very soon. I have no Psykill plush when? I don't know. I do not know about that. That would probably be the best one to do, maybe, though, when you really think about it. Like, I don't know, like, no one would probably want Scooter or Turbo, you know, Coptor, Fightor, ooh, that's a bit of a deep cut. Even Leader 1 with his yellow teeth. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. Even me, my favorite is Vanguard, and I don't know. No one would recognize that. But everyone would probably think, "Oh, what is that? Some weird looking, you know, black brawn repaint?" Yeah, it'd be so weird. Oh man, it would be nice to get a new Psykill though. Be a nice. Aaron, why didn't we do Psykill, Aaron? Why didn't we do Psykill? We had that RC mold in Energon. They could have done something. They could have figured out something. You know what, that was before the crazy brand new, you know, head sculpt era when you guys were just doing pretty much straight up repaints of stuff. And I guess having that RC head on it didn't give a lot of wiggle room at the time. When did we start seeing those retools? Much later, I would imagine. I'm trying to look right now. Yeah, we didn't see retools for a while, probably until like, you know, our animated and stuff, really, like it being more common where every repaint at least had a brand new head sculpt on it. Good times. Anyway, so again, Symbiote Studios, here's their other plush. There's going to be more coming later this year, so be sure to check that out. Hopefully, we'll have it announced before TFCon, and then we'll maybe have some on display at TFCon. Who knows? We'll figure out something. We had some Symbiote Studios plush and stuff on display at TFCon last time in Toronto, and you know, maybe we'll get some more in people's hands. We'll see what we could do. But of course, all the non-Transformer ones, pick up that. Come on, you gotta pick up the Snake Eyes. It's lonely. Look at it with the Timber. Get a Snake Eyes, get a Timber, get a Snake Eyes t-shirt, get a Cobra Commander with his shiny face, get the pins. My Little Pony. I don't condone and or deny the love of My Little Pony. I just know too much about My Little Pony for not being a fan. Man, man, oh man. And Power Rangers. There's going to be some more Power Ranger stuff coming in the future, so stay tuned for that also. So if you're a fan of Power Rangers, especially with the new Netflix series coming up, get on the hype in that. Pick up the Red Ranger, the Green Ranger, the Dragon Zord, and more to come. Stay tuned for that. As well as the pins, Magic the Gathering. I mean, it was a D&D weekend, but you can pick up Magic the Gathering because Magic the Gathering is awesome. And that's it more or less. We also got Anda Seats. Anda Seats is working on some other product too. They are currently working on the refreshing of their licensing. So we're going to find out more in the future on what's happening with the Transformer brand. I heard from some fans, including maybe Mikey and Louie and a few others, that picked up their Anda Seat using promo code Protoman just this past weekend, got themselves a Bumblebee. I want to get a Bumblebee too. I'll put it in the video game room or something. Need to make a hot rod though. That's probably not going to happen for a while. But Anda Seats, again, check them out. The premium gaming chair of Transformers, officially licensed with lower lumbar support, magnetic attachments. And if you use promo code Protoman, you save 25% off your order. And they're on sale too. And you could double up your promo code. You could get the sale price and then put the promo code on top of it and save even more. So check it out, andaseats.com, and let them know that ugly guy Protoman sent you. And also, the latest episode of the Toy Armada with Aaron Archer has been out for a couple weeks now. If you want to learn about the entire history of that original Transformers Armada super base, Optimus Prime, Aaron Archer's in the chat here today, chilling like a villain. Later 2011-ish. What are you guys talking about, Aaron? Guys are rapping over there. Beachcomber and Energon, maybe. The biggest deep cut? That's a good question. I don't know. Like, I mean, a lot of those mini cons in Armada were already kind of doing those deep cuts because you had that police car mini con that was like shaped like X Kaiser from Brave. And I mean, who would know that except me and like four other people in the fandom in 2001? Now everyone knows about the Yusha series, but back then, I don't know. So, anyways, check it out. The Toy Armada with Aaron Archer, brand new segment. Aaron did not do a live stream yesterday. He was too busy. Got some stuff that he had to do, not to mention there was ice storms all over the Northeast and everything. I don't know if he got hit, but I know I did. Ugh, it's 2008 all over again. And 1998. Ooh, I'm in the wrong decade. 1998's ice storm. Anyone who lived through that. So check it out again, the Toy Armada with Aaron Archer, and you can check out his past live stream that he did where he talked about a whole bunch of mini cons and stuff. Really good segment, good stuff there. And if you want more Aaron Archer, because everyone wants more Aaron Archer, you can get his book that is almost sold out. Aaron, how many copies you got left of this one? Almost sold out. Retiring after it sells out. The Art of Transforming Robots, Volume 1, Black and White edition for 20 bones. If you didn't get it yet, you better get it. Why no plugs on your t-shirt? I think you mean pins. No pins today. Just good old, I could have wore the Snake Eyes pin maybe. Could have wore that one, which comes with the t-shirt. So at least I think it still does. I don't know if they have the old units left. But again, Aaron Archer, the Toy Art of Transforming Robots, Volume 1, Black and White Edition, $20. You pay an extra $15, he will sign it and draw whatever you want on the inside. So power is out in Ohio. Oh, is it? Wow. Power's out. So what are you watching me from my phone? Nothing is more sad than watching my dumb face in the dark. I can imagine your family. It's like, Aaron, what are you doing? And then you're just hearing me go, penis! What are you watching? Anyways, Toy Armada, Aaron Archer, get his thing, archermonster.com/shop. Pick it up, yo. Oh, the podcast tees. Well, the podcast tees, that one, the thing with the podcast t-shirts, and a lot of people ask me about these, the podcast t-shirts, I do them through Public Tee because what I like about that is that I could sell them for practically nothing because I get to decide how much profit I make. So if I decide to make no profit, the t-shirt ends up being really cheap. So that's what's really cool about it. And then what's really cool is it's really cheap. And then when T Public or whatever it is that I do it with. Is it T Public or Teespring? I don't even remember anymore. They change their names all the time. Then when they do a sale, then it becomes even cheaper. And I know there's a lot of people in the chat here. I know Billy B, you got one. Michael Koo got one. I know T Formers 2002 got one. I don't think Cringe McCringle's here today. He got one. A whole bunch of people picked up the shirt when it was on sale, and then they were wearing it at TFCon LA. And I think it was Michelle, one of the staff, was like, Protoman has merchandise now? It's like it's something that long story what happened is T Public, what they usually do is they use Google to mine popular images and they use them for t-shirts. And someone brought to my attention that they were using the logo of the podcast as a t-shirt. And I was like, that's not cool. Like, that's Josh Perez's art. Like, they didn't even ask his permission to do that because I didn't want to do it without his permission either. And so I contacted them, like, hey, I run this podcast, and I proved it to them that it's my podcast and that's my logo. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry about that. We'll take it down. And then if you want, you could re upload it. They had sold 2 t-shirts already and made profit without my permission or Josh's permission, which is really not cool. Oh, there's T-Formers 2002. There you go. But yeah, so those shirts, I mean, I could post you guys the link in the I guess the community section maybe tomorrow if I remember when we go live on the streams and stuff. Excuse me, when I do my segments on Monday or something. Um, but it's just a Transformer Slag podcast t-shirt if you want one. If you want one. But there's plenty of Symbiote Studio ones too. They're nice and comfy. I like the Symbiote Studio t-shirts also. Aaron says, believe it or not, folks, I watched a Transformer blow up when a tree hit it. And not what you think. Not what you think. I remember one of my former bosses when he found out that I collected Transformers, and keep in mind this is in a car garage mechanic situation. He's like, "Why would you collect Transformers?" And he was perplexed, and he thought he meant like the giant electrical Transformers. Like, what a weird hobby to have. And I didn't correct him. Like, yeah, yeah, that's what I collect, sure. But yeah, again, archermonster.com/shop. Go pick up some art. Go pick up some books before they sell out. Go pick that up. Good stuff from archermonster.com. And that's it, more or less. So, um, first things first, talk about what I got this week. Just two things, really. Um, Managed to get a GoBot. Totally didn't plan this. Missing one of the Gobots. Found one in the wild. Got it for $3. This is Mototron. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just more of a douche, if anything, of Speedbot. He was like almost like a lockdown colored version, if you will. And I mean, it's really like a lockdown colored version because like and to transform, you just kind of you twist it like this, makes the head go down. Level 5, of course, and even has like those lockdown kind of colors with the green and everything. So, and this guy came out. Aaron, when did these come out? This came out like in like 2002, like years before we even had an actual lockdown figure with animated. So maybe the prototype to lockdown. Maybe got to tell Nemesis Predaking to pick this up. He's like the lockdown aficionado. So pretty cool. Managed to find him for 3 bones. Was really happy about that. I'm slowly trying to get all of those go bots from back in the day. And then I talked about this on my Patreon. What I always do is throughout the week, whenever I see sales or whenever I find out about sales, I let my patrons know. Uh, Here right now in Canada and in the USA, they're liquidating their Cyberverse stuff. And you could pick up Cyberverse Deluxes, the good stuff, for $9 Canadian or $7.50 US. If you see them, check your clearance section. They will not be in the Transformer section. They will be in the clearance section with stickers put on them because they're just lumped up. So I managed to get a bunch of these. Pretty happy about that. Again, can't argue with $7.50 for RC. She actually was like one of my top 5 Transformers of that year. So fantastic, absolutely fantastic. What do we got here? Horned Owl, what's up, Horned Owl? Also saw the D&D movie. Everyone's seeing the D&D movie today. Transformatics, hey Proto, just curious if you know where to find Buzzworthy Origins Jazz. Well, it's supposedly Target. I'm Canadian, so they're probably going to show up at Toys R Us. I was at Toys R Us today. I didn't see it. So maybe it just didn't ship into Quebec yet. We're always behind here in Quebec, so I'm not the best example. In Canada, it would be Toys R Us, though, because a lot of times the Buzzworthy Bumblebee exclusives end up as Toys R Us exclusives. Sometimes they end up as GameStop exclusives, but you're better off with Toys R Us. That's my opinion on that. Because I know that the original Origins Bumblebee showed up in both, but much more so in Toys R Us Canada. So that's what I would suggest personally. But I have not personally seen it yet in Canada. When I do, I'll definitely let you guys know because I'll definitely pick one up when I see it. No luck yet though. Michael Koo saw the D&D movie this weekend because next weekend is Mario. Damn right it is. That's the movie I'm looking for. That I'm going to see in theaters. That I'm excited about. That I'm really excited about. It's funny, like having to explain to my father, because my father's like, he was like, really, this is the movie that like everyone's super excited about, and I'm like, you had to live Mario to understand it. Like he doesn't get it. He was there when I was playing, the original Nintendo Nintendo Power Pack with my Duck Hunt and Zapper, but he wasn't playing it. That's for sure. You have to live it to understand it. But yeah, awesome stuff. And of course, what I also picked up, which, because everyone always curious about some weird food stuff. So I picked up today banana flavored cotton candy. I love banana flavored anything. I love bananas. And this is banana flavored cotton candy. So we'll try this later today on the stream. I wonder if it's any good. Candy Crate Sweets. It's probably extremely unhealthy. One serving of 14 grams is 14% of your sugar for the day. Oh, not too bad. Thought it'd be more than that. The those M&Ms, those Oreos that we had last week. Oh God, I can't even have those, man. That's crazy. Those are unhealthy things. But we'll take some more super chats and we will relax the rest of the evening, and then just hang out. We got an hour and 15 to go, so we could do some super chat questions. Let's take some YouTube member ones in the meantime. Mike Rosen, the Walgreens in my area is awesome. They stock full of Transformer exclusives. You got the Kingdom Red Alert. Well then, Walgreens is something I always wish we kind of had here in Canada. The best we got is a lot of the Walgreens exclusives show up in not EB Games, KB, GameStop. Man, I got to get used to the wording now because all the EB Games are now GameStops now here in Quebec. So I have to get used to calling it that. Antibiotic flavored sugar. Yeah, of course it's going to be. Look, it's not going to. We're not eating this for any health reasons. We're eating this because this might be interesting, or might be told. Well, here, let's read the ingredients, Mike. Sugar, and then we got what's that? There we go. FD&C yellow number 5, and then artificial flavor E102. Yeah, gotta love me that FD&C yellow number 5. Mmm. It's probably still gonna taste good. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Mr. Bumblebot says Origins Jazz is $35.99 too. Okay, so Bumblebot saw it here locally because Bumblebot's in Canada also. So that's how much it costs at least. That's how much it costs. Good stuff. I mean, it looks great. I mean, that toy looks absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Old world banana flavor. It's funny? A lot of people don't know this, but every banana you eat is actually a clone. It's a true story. Look that up. It's kind of an interesting history of bananas. Michael Koo with the $5 super chat. Why did Hasbro do the G2 Grimlock when we're getting the Toxitron Grimlock? Why did Hasbro do the G2 Grimlock? They didn't do. Are you referring to because we didn't get a G2 Grimlock in the traditional colors that we imagine. We got it in the unreleased colors. And it looks like, I mean, the general idea with the Toxitron collection is, and you just look at it as a whole, and then you look at the listings that we talked about a couple weeks ago. The Toxitron collection is about unreleased Transformers, unreleased, not just probably G2, but overall. So because it's unreleased Transformers, Toxitron, the original Toxitron, the what do you call it? The G2 uh, Stunticons are supposedly on that list. We have already the cloud cover that we saw, so it's something where it's unreleased G2 ideas. And then we saw that extra listing where we're supposedly getting the Mirage, which is going to have the watermelon colors with the crocodile on the side. Supposedly we're going to get the sunset sideswipe, as I like to call it. That one too is going to supposedly be part of that. So doing G2 Grimlock doesn't fall into that category. That's what I'm assuming. That's oh no, you meant Shattered Glass. Why did Hasbro do a G2 Shattered Glass when we already get the Toxitron Grimlock? Because it's easy repaint. Shattered Glass was probably the biggest blessing to Hasbro ever when Fun Publications brought up that idea. I think it was Benson Yee and Pete Sinclair that first came up with it with Jesse Witherich. But that was the best thing ever to happen to them. It's like, hey, take any Transformer toy that has had a toy and then do an evil version repaint, and that's a brand new, fantastically brand new character. Why not use that Grimlock mold and paint the hell out of it? Look, we got original colors. We have the unreleased coming out soon G2 colors. I call it the Greymon colors from Digimon. We have now the Shattered Glass colors, and soon we're probably going to have G2. We'll have G2 blue. So right away, that's 4 repaints out of a leader class. And all they had to do was tool the same old Grimlock that they've tooled so many times with the same transformation. That's easy money for them, man. And I'm pretty sure the Shattered Glass one sold pretty well too. People really want it, so good stuff. I mean, hey, they're gonna milk it. They're gonna milk it, and rightfully so. It's a popular mold. That original Grimlock tooling on eBay goes for easily like $150 to $200 now. So it is what it is. Thank you for the super chat, though, Michael Koo. And then we got Paul with the $2 super chat, still keeping one Oreo triple stuff per day. They're not triple stuff. They're called Supreme stuff, which from what people told me last week, it's 4 Oreo segmentations put into one of the cream. So that's crazy. And it says on the packaging, it says 1 serving is 1 Oreo. So they pretty much were almost saying just have one a day. And 1 serving was 44% of your sugar for the day. So I'm having one a day. I have been skipping some days because I just can't bring myself to eat that. I'd rather just have the cookie part. I don't even really like the cream that much. The cookie part is good. I mean, when I used to have, I don't know if they make it anymore, but the McFlurries, they used to do an Oreo one, and they used to do a Smarties one. That was a Canadian exclusive, but they used to do an Oreo one, and I used to love that. Tasted amazing, but it's really just the Oreo bits that are in there. They don't really even have the cookie, the cream bits in there. So it was good. We're already talking about food this early. Somehow the Transformer talk still turns into food this early in the stream. But food is life, yo. Are all the Shattered Glass stuff Pulse exclusives? Asks Tom Laney with the YouTube member question. So far, yes, they also are Walmart exclusives, but you don't get the exclusive comic book with it. The Grimlock is starting the trend of not having a comic book included with it. That was the Casey Collar exclusive covers that they did. So I think they just ended with the original run, and that's it. So kind of a shame that there's no comics with it, but that's also because IDW is kind of done with Transformers. So who would be publishing the books? Detective Ferret with the $5 super chat. Got my hands on the first 3 core class Dinobots and Beast and BW Jazz. Recommend all of them. Well, those core class Dinobots are going to amount to something very special later. So more from a Dino King perspective. So I'm very excited about those. I'm really happy that after all this time, we're finally getting Dino King, because even when we had, you can't really see it. It's barely noticeable over here because Hot Rod and the crew are in the way. But the old Power Core combiners back in the day during Aaron Archer's era, um, those ones, man, I was hoping that they would do like a Dino King from that, because the main centerpiece was a Triceratops, which would have been a Dairyu, I think it was. No, Goryu. And that would have been cool. That would have been cool. Didn't happen. Power Core combiners kind of pooped the bed. Hydra did some Japanese imports of those or localizations. And that was that with the United collection. Kind of a shame, but good finds, man. Good finds. I haven't seen any of those yet here locally. The only new Transformers that I saw yesterday and today was I saw some of the Studio Series Wave 1 Rise of the Beast stuff. So like I saw the Bumblebee, but I didn't even see any of the others. Lizard Sphere X with the YouTube member question. I'd love to see a third party gave G2 Grimlock Greymon or Metal Greymon add-on parts. That would be cool. That'd be very cool. I'm pretty sure there's probably even a guy could do that on 3D printing. That we could give him the metal arm, have it like it's a ball joint. You could pop it out, put in the metal arm, put in the skull mask with the little horn, and then have like some plug-in wings. That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. That'd be a good idea, actually. Metal Greymon for all the people who don't know from Digimon. That's what it kind of looks like, even though it predates it. Uh, Jason wants to know what the $5 super chat with Dino King most likely a sure thing. Oh, 100% just by the placement of the members. 100% it's a sure thing. Look at my old Twitter post. I kind of always post a high quality image of it as Mark and Evan post new images. Do you think we will ever get a Monstructor? For sure. I think Monstructor, if it does happen, will be a separate thing. I don't think they'll because Monstructor, you can barely see them. They're all over there, the pretender shells and the actual Monstructor. I would want them to do something that was more, true to the original Monstructor in a lot of ways. That'd be really cool. Like just like have like like the ice pick design that's that weird, creepy monster and everything, and have that be the alt modes. I would prefer that instead of like because I mean, unless they do extensive, like crazy extensive retools, which that would be cool if they somehow pull that off. I'd prefer something done original, brand new. That'd be cool. Ooh, a lot of super chats coming in. Let me have to roll back here. Sorry, guys. You had him as a kid, and always, and oh no, you had one as a he was one of the toys you always wanted as a kid. Sorry, because I was reading it and then it got pushed up by the other super chats. Um, no, well, I'll tell you one thing though. You don't want to own the original today. He is rife with GPS. The centerpiece has GPS, and the left arm has GPS. So you do not want to touch it. And those pretender shells are probably like the first Transformer products to suffer from what we call pony cancer, which the vinyl plastic breaks down and gets spots and stuff. So you better hope for a brand new one because the original is not something you'd want to go back and pick up. Mr. Bumblebot with the YouTube member question. So the Oreos are double stuffed. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And I do not recommend getting them. They are extremely unhealthy and you should not be eating that crap. I bought it for entertainment purposes. Same thing. The only reason why I picked this up was a brand new giant tiger opened up close to my parents' house when I went to go visit. I was doing my taxes and it was near my parents'. Um, so I went to go, I saw this and I'm like, oh, why not? It'll be something cool to show on the live stream. Something cool to show. Where we at? JR Mina from the Philippines. Oh, he's just responding to Mr. Bumblebot. Mayoral fabrication for the $5 super chat transformer molds are used and destroyed, or are they stored in China? They are not stored in China. Or are they sent to an American warehouse for long-term storage? So what usually happens is the molds are created, the designs are created, the molds are created, and at the time of whoever is doing the creation of those molds, whether it be China, Japan, at one point with you could barely see the MicroMasters back in the day. Those were Malaysia. Malaysia was doing those, and Macau, I think also some of the MicroMasters were done in Macau also. Um, they have like the stamp on it, it says Macau. So whoever is doing them, the molds go there. They're used in those factories, the injection molding, but then they're taken back and then stored. The problem is, and this is how bootlegging happens, there's a little bit of reverse engineering going on, and those molds are copied by those factories, and then they get out, which is a shame. And now it's Vietnam. Like let's grab good old. Mind you, she's already kind of an old toy of 2 years now, but made in Vietnam. That's where they're injection molded and assembled. And then later on, where is it? It says it somewhere here. And then afterwards, it is where's Longueuil, Quebec? Is it on the back? Oh, here it is, somewhere here. And then the packaging is done. Come on, focus. You can't do green. There you go. And then in Longueuil, Quebec, the packaging is put together. So no packaging getting bootlegged in Quebec. The French do not care about that. But right now, any of the molds are usually stored in warehouses in Hasbro. I've always said, like, a lot of those lost molds of Generation 1 are really just like lost molds. It's just there's a building and it's a storage facility and there's a room and there's a door and in that door it's like, oh, GI Joe molds, and there's a box and that box says Serpentor. You open that box and there's Sunstreaker's face mixed in with Serpentor parts and you wouldn't even know it. So they're all stored wackily over there. Horned Owl with the YouTube member question was awesome to see Rise of the Beast trailer on the big screen. Oh, which movie had it on the big screen? What I guess Dungeons and Dragons had it on the big screen. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I missed Mark Rosen's question. Do you think we will get a studio series Fall of Cybertron Bruticus? That would be really cool for them to revisit that. That would be really cool. That was our first like revisit to true combiners because during the Aaron Archer era, yeah, we had like the Energon combiners and stuff, which were kind of the return to true combiners also, but they still like, they kind of recycled. It was like, yeah, a core was unique and then a left arm and a left leg were unique, but then they doubled it up. So like at least in the case of the Fall of Cybertron Bruticus, each mold was brand new and stuff, which was cool. I hope they do that. That was a fantastic mold. That too they repainted like crazy. Original colors, SDCC colors. They did G2 colors, which were the retail ones. Then they did a box set with Grimlock, if I remember correctly, afterwards. Then they did another version, which, if I remember, had a Revenge of the Fallen packaging. Like they did like a package refresh. Like they got like minimum 4 or 5 repaints out of that. So they made their money. They were very happy with that one, that's for sure. Very happy with that. T Formers 2002 with the gold super chat. Thank you for the gold super chat, T Formers 2002. What do you think happened to the squatting wheelie mold? Seems like it was a waste to make him since it was immediately given a better version. And now with the Grimlock repaints, same with Daniel. Well, chances are, number one, we know for sure it was made on a separate sprue independent of the Grimlock. I'm pretty sure they probably planned in advance. They probably said to themselves, they were like, look, we're going to do this Grimlock and we're going to have the wheelie with it. At some point, we're going to do repaints with that Grimlock, but we're probably not going to want to have to gang mold together with what the wheelie's going to share. So it would be a waste of plastic. So it's probably something that was made independent just for that Grimlock release, just so you could reenact that Quintesson Judge scene, and that was that. Yeah, I do think it's a bit of a waste. I think maybe it was one of those cases where, because he was an early Studio Series 86 design, and maybe they didn't know that they were going to be doing a wheelie so soon. Maybe that's the case. Same thing with Daniel. The Daniel too. It's like I think they were just kind of going like, we got to put something here, included extra. But whenever they're going to do a slag repaint, slag, whatever, into G2 colors or whatever they'll do. And there is a alternative unreleased G2 color for slag. So I'm pretty sure they could probably put that in the Toxitron collection because he came in green and maroon, but there was also supposed to be a blue repaint and supposedly like a copper repaint, and those never happened. So they could definitely do those too if they want. So many opportunities, but I think they just decided not to go with them afterwards for the future things. And in all honesty, like what would you do when you think about it? Like you could do like Shattered Glass Wheelie. You could do the Shadow Striker colors, which were Revenge of the Fallen. If anyone knows that deep cut, there was a Shadow Striker repaint that was using a wheelie mold from Classics or Universe 2.0 probably. But yeah, there we go. Aaron Archer stores in China. There we go. Oh, Aaron, you got a new avatar there. Um, let's see. Where are we at with the questions? Clyde, you gave a $10. Oh, there's the question. You gave a $10 super chat, but you didn't ask the question. There it is. Clyde says, as a fan of Transformers animated, I was very disappointed it ended. But when the 3 Constructicons went into that warp hole, was there an idea to have them combine so they could have had a Devastator? Derek Wyatt said that there was an intention for them to combine. He did have that intention. And I mean, he did post some art, if I remember correctly, showing potentially what that combined mode could have been. But nothing ever got past those early stages, unfortunately. Like, one moment, let me grab the Allspark Almanac 2. The number 2 one, I think, might have had something. Let me see. These are all the unreleased stuff here in the back. All the different toys. Because I know Derek said there was something. Maybe I just only saw it in sketches. Those cast images. Did they show any of that? I don't know if they showed it here. See, they have some of the prototypes in the back. And see season 4 ideas. See, some of the season 4 ideas were there. But I don't think they had. Nope. I don't think they showed the other combiner stuff, which is a shame. Prototypes. Great book, by the way, if you could pick it up. If you could pick it up cheap, actually. Let me find the Constructicons if they're in this one. I don't know if they're in part 1 or part 2. Oh, there they are. There's some of them. I just missed them. Where'd he go? Sorry if I'm missing any questions. I'll get them all in a moment. Where are we? I just saw it. I just saw Dirt Boss. I just saw Dirt Boss. Where is he? There he is. There's Dirt Boss. One day I'm gonna get an overhead shot and we'll do a whole bunch of book look-throughs of all the Transformer books I have on the old shelving here. So many of them. So many. Uh, Derek said it was gag arts. Okay. I'm pretty sure he would have wanted to make it happen though. Derek is such a G1er, he would have not done Constructicons without doing some kind of combiner. And it was for the TFCC. Also, I'd have to probably get the old books then. Man, such a shame that Derek's not with us. God damn. You know? Man, so much still to be done. And you know what? And you know that sooner or later they would have revisited, animated, and do a new series. And now without Derek, that's crazy. To revisit like Teen Titans again and do it traditional Teen Titans style, like how the old Teen Titans were, or animated without Derek. That's so weird. It really is. Michael Koo with the super chat. Any news on Netflix greenlighting BotBots season 2? From what I heard, BotBots season 1 did get good viewership initially, but I don't know if there's plans. It looks like there was plans for a season 2. There was that kind of like teaser at the end that kind of suggests that there will be a season 2. But it's hard to say, you know? BotBots was such a weird way that they distributed it. That, like sometimes you can measure the success of a show by its toy sales, and that's kind of like the purpose of it. But clearly, like the BotBots TV show, its purpose was not to sell toys because of when it was released. I mean, has anyone even seen the new BotBots toys in shelving? Like the out of controller and the what's the pizza slice, the Pizzaroni racer? I mean, I'd love to see more of it. I really like BotBots. I have like right here, on my desk, I have my boy there, Starlight, so good stuff. I mean, I really liked BotBots. It was really fun. And it was a Canadian created series too, with a lot of Canadian voice actors. So nice little fun series. Uh Next question. Eyes on the Ace, loving the jacket proto, giving me some late 80s, early 90s vibes. Yeah, I found this at a thrift store, and I was like, this is the coolest freaking jacket ever. Look at this. It just has. I just like it. It just has like all these like cool flames on it, and even the back. I was just like, you know what? Why not? Why not? Sometimes you see some nice clothing, and you just go, why not? Can't go wrong. Something that you could wear for fun when you do cons and stuff. And once in a while I wear it on the streams, make some different stuff outside of the t-shirts that I wear from Symbiote. Got to give the plug there. Bam. Um, Michael Koo, I've only gotten the new BotBots via Hasbro Pulse. See, that's so weird. See, like again, it's like I've yet to see any of the new BotBots in retail here at all. When I went to Toronto for TFCon, I hit some of the Walmarts around there, didn't see any BotBots, so that didn't make any sense. And it's just, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Nothing in Montreal, nothing in Toronto, and they put a show out that is promoting what exactly? So, oh, and Amazon, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, great. Online retail is the only way we're going to get these products. That's totally going to help. when you could have, 3,000 Walmarts buy, even if they buy just one case, and each case has eight, 5 packs of bots, we're talking tons of units that could move. And yeah, okay, Amazon is a big fish, but they don't move as much as sold units to, 3,000 Walmarts just in the United States alone, and then another 550 in Canada, and then another, like, what is it, like 40 in smaller country regions too, all over the world. And that's ignoring Targets. That's ignoring Toys R Us's. That's no ignoring Walgreens. Mom and pop comic book stores, individual purchases. So missed opportunity, missed money making opportunity for sure, for sure. I don't know why. I would have handled it so much differently. It's such a shame the way that they tackled it. How much time we got left? Okay, we got 50 minutes left. We're good. We're good. We are good. I hope I didn't confuse everyone with the GoBot opening today. Some people were very perplexed at what was going on. I didn't realize until around the last second that that it was April Fool's. I was like, "Oh, it's April 1st." Like today was got to go to my tax guy, independent contractor, 1099. Had to go to my tax guy and do stuff and talk some business. And then I only realized afterwards, "Oh man, it's April 1st today." And I was like, okay, I guess maybe I'll throw something together quickly. That's why it's all not that great what I did here today. All last moment. Uh, Eyes on the Ace, nice color, also gives a very hot rod vibe. Oh, of course. Gotta match it up there. It's all about the popped hot rod collar. Yeah, like this. There we go. With the denim on the back. Legacy Frostferatu. Oh man, I'd love some decent bots in like larger scale. Michael Koo to Hasbro, if possible, more GoBots. I wish. You know what? I've always felt one of the easiest GoBot jobs that you could do is just literally take the Conehead mold and you could do Fightor. Like I know that it's going to look very similar to something like a Thrust, but literally take that Conehead Seeker mold and you could do Fightor. Then take that Conehead Seeker mold, maybe do a mild retool, and then you could get Coptor out of it. So like just right there, you got two of them. I just feel that it's completely 100% the reason why we are not getting GoBot designs that are slavishly loyal to it is because those designs at the end of the day are still owned by Bandai, which originally were owned by Poppy. So it's something where if they do something that's slavishly loyal to that, then Bandai could go, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Those are our Machine Robo designs. So something like Crasher that we got in Velocitron, that's just them going like, hey, we could take one of our previously existing molds and give it the colors of Porsche Robo, which is what Crasher was in Machine Robo. Although she had the white colors at the time. They had white colors and then the black repaint afterwards. Um, so it's something where I think it could be done, but it won't be done in the way that I think would get us super excited. It would have to be just repaints. It would just have to be repaints. It would have to be like if we get a Cykill, it won't be a true to form Cykill that's based off of Bike Robo '01, which is I think Cykill was MR01 if I remember correctly. We'll just get something that's going to be like, oh, like someone mentioned in the chat, like take the Rekar mold and just give it like Cykill colors and maybe the Cykill inspired head sculpt, but that'll be it. It's too risky. It's way too risky because then, like right now, Action Toys licenses out the Machine Robo designs from Bandai, and they've been doing a lot of GoBot stuff. I guess we'll call it Machine Robo stuff. They're doing Triple Jim actually. I saw, which is pretty cool. Triple Jim like is one of the first GoBot triple changers, and he was really cool. Appeared in Machine Robo exclusively. We didn't get his toy over here. Nice figure. He turns in from a car to a helicopter. Very Springer kind of thing. So I mean, if they want to do an homage, take take our Siege Springer and give it triple Jim colors. No one will get it. It'd be a weird nod, but it'd be cool if they did it. What do we got here? Billy B. I thought Dreamwave Sunstorm would have been an easy repaint. I have no idea why they have not done Sunstorm yet. Like they're doing like every other color scheme except Sunstorm. The only explanation I could think of is they don't have the trademark anymore. I'd have to check it because like they were protecting that trademark forever. Like when they first time they trademarked it, they did a OTFCC Heroes of Cybertron PVC Sunstorm. Obviously, there was the e-hobby stuff that predates it, but Japan's a whole different animal when it comes to trademarks. So they did the OTFCC official Transformer Collector Club, which would later on become the New Era BotCon. But they did that and the little Heroes of Cybertron PVC. And then after that, they attached it to you could barely see the yellow there. That's a repaint of Armada Thrust called Sunstorm. And then they did it with you can't see it, it's kind of off camera. They did it with they did a Sunstorm, a mini con named Sunstorm in Cybertron. Maybe you could see it. Oh no, you won't be able to see it. It's like over there. I don't like to mess with the camera too much. Uh, so you have like that one, and then in animated, they did a Sunstorm from the Starscream. I know I'm forgetting others. There probably is other Sunstorms. Obviously, there was the Masterpiece one that they did in I think it was 2011. They did that one, the Masterpiece Sunstorm. They protected it. They kept it alive over a good like, geez, I want to say 9 years minimum, 9 to 10 years, and then they just kind of ignored it, which is kind of sad because people love Sunstorm. Lizard Sphere X, hey Proto, have you seen Hightail Works Transformers Legacy Evolution Movie Universe Deluxe Laserbeak? It's a great custom. No, I have not. I am familiar with Hightail's work when it pops up in my feed once in a while, but I've not seen that one. Be nice to get a decent Laserbeak figure from the movie stuff because that old Dark of the Moon one, that deluxe class one, was not good and fragile today. People have been reporting that now when they go to transform it, the head breaks off. Supposedly the plastic got brittle. So now I'm kind of scared to mess with mine. I'm looking at mine right now actually because it's hard to display him, so he's all the way up in the front. Man, that like that supposedly the head, like the ball joint for the head is really fragile. So that's terrible if that's the case. Now you need a new one. JR Mina from the Philippines. Speaking of Action Ace Toys, it's been a while since we released the Bike Robo DX. Hope they would release the Eagle Robo DX, which is what Leader 1 is, with an extra style Leader 1 head. Well, like I said, the last time we saw anything from Action Toys was the Triple Changer Triple Jim from Machine Robo of GoBots. That was not too long ago. When was that? That was, I want to say like a week ago, a week and a half ago they revealed that. So they're still doing stuff. There's a lot of stuff though that's completely disappeared. Like I think at San Diego Comic-Con, Toys showed off it was Turbo. It was called Supercar Robo, which was Turbo in GoBots, and he had like armor and stuff. And they showed that off at like SDCC 2017 or 18, and then we never saw anything of it again. Like a super weird, like they showed it once and then that was it. It was gone forever. So there was a lot of stuff that they've kind of put out there. I guess because it's a licensing company, they don't have stockholders, they don't have that kind of stuff. And I guess they're just not obligated to like stay true to some of their ideas that they showed off. It's like, yeah, we're working on this, and then it never gets released. See a lot of that actually. Make them show up in the Toxitron collection. Um, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of those that I'd love to pick up. I mean, I was trying to collect all of those, the Action Toy stuff when it first came out, and then they were really putting it out like crazy, and I couldn't keep up. My wallet just wasn't able to keep up with it. I mean, me, I like to keep up with Masterpiece as best I can. I like to keep up with the odd third party that I'm confident won't have a Masterpiece equivalency anytime soon. So I'll pick up some of those. I mean, the brand new Black Arachnia third party Masterpiece, the Transmetal 2 one, pick that up. Oh my goodness, what a great figure. And they will never make that again. That thing is fantastic. A lot of really good stuff there. A lot of really good stuff. One second, I'm just gonna fix the. There we go. So much stuff to still cover today. So might as well crack open this one here. And is that how you rip it off? We're gonna open up our banana here in the meantime while we wait for more super chats. Doesn't smell like anything at all. That's very weird. So I'm already worried. Has no banana smell. Usually, like cotton candy, at least kind of has a cotton candy smell. Okay, look at that. It comes like in layers. Let's try some of this. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That's you ever had I think they have ear medicine, amoxicillin. They use amoxicillin. It has like that artificial banana flavor to it. Oh my goodness. That's actually very good. That's actually very, very good. Mm-mm-mm. Very, very good. Where are we at? Where are we at? Bigums, I just got the Fan Toys Cliff Jumper. He is great. Yeah, that's another masterpiece kind of went in the limbo. Whatever happened to that? What the hell happened to that? There was that masterpiece at least they leaked from the factory supposedly prototype and everything official masterpiece cliff jumper. And now that kind of like fell off the radar. Whatever happened to that one? Is the Fan Toys one any good? Is it as good as the one that we saw? We'll see. We will see. I don't know what that one looks like. Fan Toys does some good stuff, but again, they do stuff that I feel will get official releases. So like that's why I never picked up Hoodlum. Like I thought Hoodlum was really cool, but I was like, yeah, but it's a third-party masterpiece hot rod, one of those upper tier characters that Japan is going to do. And well, we got something that beat them all when it was all said and done. I love that toy. Love that toy. Um, let's see. Billy B. So what do we have to look forward to this Tuesday? Any rumors? It's probably going to be Rise of the Beast stuff. That's what I imagine. Probably studio series, probably some new maybe the one rumor that I'm hearing is we're going to learn about number one, our Titan class. That's the one rumor we're hearing that it's probably going to be announced around then. Although usually we learn about Titan classes in the end of April or May. So it's possible we might learn about our Titan class for the first time. So that's very exciting. They did say Ben in the marketing said that it's going to be multiple brand new reveals. So hopefully it'll be a lot of cool stuff. I think it's studio series stuff of Rise of the Beast nature. I think it's going to be whatever is the tail end of Transformers Legacy Evolution going into maybe early uh mention of Transformers Uni, whatever Uni stands for, Universe, Unicron, United, whatever that third part of the trilogy is. And maybe again maybe some reissue news too, because they like to always cover that sometimes. But mind you, those are Walmart exclusives. They might save that for Walmart collector cons in the future. Let that be handled by them. Um, Michael Koo for the trans art. Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia folks have said to be careful with the purple legs. Work them gently. If you force them, they can break. So be careful opening Black Arachnia's legs. And what's the story with the bra, supposedly, Michael Koo? What's the story with that one? It's also going around. Mr. Bumblebot, Shozy is getting a few copies of that MP Cliff Jumper. What's the story with that Cliff Jumper? That's crazy. What is going on with that? JR Mina, hey Proto, since we are getting unreleased Obscure Seekers, Cloud Cover, and Nasil, what other unreleased Obscure Seekers would you think we would like to? Well, there's the Blackout, which is the black repaint of the Starscream. So that's probably the next one. And that's an easy one because that's a trademark that's already floating around. So I'm almost 100% sure we'll probably get that Blackout at some point. Just because it's like, hey, we got to use the Blackout trademark, but we're not doing a movie toy. And we're not doing a Micromaster, which was the first Blackout. and we're not doing a Energon combiner limb, which was the second Blackout, which also was a helicopter, and we're not doing the movie character. So why don't we do this one? So plenty of Blackouts of many names. I would also like to. There's a lot of stuff too, like again that Mirage and the bubblegum colors. That's pretty cool. That was only done in third party, so it'd be nice to see that. What was another good one? There was the uh, the spy changers that we were supposed to get, but they were done in different colors. Like I think the one that became Robots in Disguise side space swipe. They spelled it different. That one was a pizza delivery. It was like Vinny's Pizza, and it was Rumble, if I remember correctly. So like I could see those happening too. Do those as repaints of take like the Stunticon molds. Take like I don't know if it's that sideswipe one, which is a that one's kind of like a muscle car though, and then none of the Stunticons are American muscle, so that one would be kind of tough to do. Maybe you could do a retool. Do a retool, put a muscle car, hot rodded engine on the front, and do a sideswipe. Melon Mirage. I love that Mirage. I think it's so cool. That was a TFCon exclusive, the third party one. Sold really well. Still not the best version of that mold. When they did the Egyptian one there, the Pharaoh one, which oddly enough was also called Sphinx. That was fantastic. That was still one of my favorite third party exclusives. That and the Super Mario Brothers Bluster and Trench from Sid and the crew in the UK. That was fantastic. What was the name of their company? Gosh, what was the name of their company? It was so good. Good stuff. Bigum says we need some Turbo Masters. Turbo Masters would be cool. A bit of a deep cut, but that could be probably a sold in exclusive. Michael Koo here. Bra from Transart TM2 Black Arachnia just looked. It could put Cheetor through puberty. Well then, enough said. Enough said. Enough said. I'm gonna try another bite of this. Mm-mm. Google. Um, there's this great cute video of it's a raccoon eating. I was about to say it in French. Eating cotton candy, and it's really cute because they always try to wash their food before they eat it. So I don't want to spoil it. Just go watch it. It's a very cute video. Go quit my stuff. Stop watching what I'm watching. Go watch a raccoon eat cotton candy. Cute video. What did you miss, Scott? You should go back and watch from the beginning. We'd had a beautiful intro. And we got 30 minutes left in the stream. Okay, I gotta stop eating this. This is not good for me. You know what's hilarious? I bought Ghostbusters cotton candy like many moons ago, and then I put it in the back of my pantry and I totally forgot about it. Came back to it like a year later, and I didn't know if you don't eat cotton candy, supposedly it all like just compresses into a single block of sugar over time. It actually like goes and then just turns into a block of sugar. I don't know why that happened. And it was like Slimer green. I think it was like Ecto Cool flavor. Uh, it is what it is, you know. It's really good though. It is really good. So, for people that don't know, cotton candy in French, here, I'll show you there, is barba papa, which translates in French to the beard of like my father's beard or father's beard. So when you think about it, it kind of makes sense because it's kind of like it's like a bushy beard. So there's your French lesson of the day from Monsieur Protoman. Um, there you go. Even Mike knows. Very good, Mike. A Torontonian knows some French. I am shocked. I am shocked. You guys usually stop learning French after a certain grade in your schools. When you guys usually don't have much after that, which I don't blame you. You guys don't really need it, but I don't think it's necessary. I always say that it's good to know another language, but at the same time, unless there's some kind of benefit, it's usually not necessary. It's always good to know another language. It's an advantage depending on where you are. Trying to wash away all that sugar. Mm. Michael Koo with the $5 super chat. Do Canadian movie theaters sell the special popcorn movie buckets like the Mario popcorn buckets? So I remember, Michael, when the 2007 Michael Bay movie came out, I went to one of the more high-end theaters to go see it because we had TFCon staff for the first couple of years. I don't know, Aronoff, maybe you could confirm this for me if it's been recent, but we would get like special tickets from Hasbro and we'd be able to see them. And I know the last time I did that was not the last night, the one before it. Age of Extinction, I think we got a whole bunch of tickets. And they would always send us to the fancy theaters to do it downtown, and they would carry usually something. So I know 2007 we got the fancy buckets, but I don't know about the other years. If trust me, if they were available, I would have bought them. But I know I have that one. I like you like I want to like, you can barely see it. Let me show you guys up here. So you have like the special edition Slurpees, and then you got the bucket, and then you got also the cup, which you can barely see. It's getting covered by all the other weird movie merch. All that crazy movie merch. Look at all that just never ends of movie merch and GoBots up there. What? Oh, how topical are we? Look at all those carded GoBots. But yeah, and now I screwed up the camera. Damn it. There we go. But I don't know about the Mario one. I know that they were supposed to do something when I went to see the Pokemon movie, and they didn't have any of that too. But mind you, I didn't go to like a good theater. I went to kind of like my local theater. I should have went downtown. Maybe it would have been better. Would have been better. But I didn't even know they're doing a. I didn't know what they're doing for Mario. Mario is going to be so hyped though. I'm so excited for that. You have no idea. And if you saw my tweet on Twitter, uh, Jack Black and Chris Pratt and the crew, they accidentally revealed the Wave 2 toys because they had a whole bunch of the Wave 2 toys that they were showing off at an interview. And supposedly some of the toys that they had in Wave 2 were some of the toys that they were showing off were Wave 2 toys that we didn't know about publicly yet. So it looks good. JR Mina Soproto, what do you think of the latest MTG expansion preview and reveals March of the Machines? Looks really good. It looks like they're finally, I don't want to spoil too much, but it looks like they're going to end the story with Elish Norn. So then my question is, after that, what are they going to do if Phyrexia isn't part of the main story of Magic the Gathering? Are they going to go back to the Brothers War stuff and revisit, let's say, Yawgmoth? Are they going to like where are they going to march forward? Nico Bolas is already taken out of the picture since War of the Spark. Now they're going to get rid of the Phyrexians. Who's going to be the next big bad villain in Magic the Gathering now? So, but it looks good. Looks like a good expansion. I like the oil cards, oil treatment. Um, but I'm more concerned about the story at this point because a lot of the Magic cards that I buy today, and I still buy the new ones too, but I buy them more from a what's the word I'm looking for, from a lore perspective. I buy them for iconic characters and stuff because the only time I play modern or just current Magic standard is when I'm doing draft. That's the only time I ever do it. Otherwise, I play Legacy or I play Old School or I play Commander. Mostly Old School. I love playing Old School. That's my favorite format because I'm an old man. Sorry to lose everyone with Magic the Gathering talk. There's all my decks just chilling in the background there from the Ultra Pro boxes I was sent. I'm actually waiting on some stuff from Ultra Pro and Wizards soon. I have to talk to their marketing director. Horned Owl got some really awesome D&D cups from the theater. Even bought two more as we got got game. Oh, you got four game nights coming. They are copper colored D&D chalices. Oh, that's cool. See, I wish they had more of that stuff here. Like, I don't ever get to see any of that. Again, maybe it's the theaters I go to and they're just too garbo, but I'd love that kind of stuff if we had more of it. Mario is getting pretty generic buckets. Well, define generic because if it has a Shy Guy on it, it's a sell. It's a instant purchase. Where's my Shy Guy? Well, did I bring him upstairs? I think I brought him upstairs already in the game room. I was opening him up and taking some photos a couple days ago. Alice David, did you see the new Switch OLED? Yes, my buddy Julian, shout out to him if he's watching the stream. lined up, what was it, yesterday or the day before? He lined up super early in person at GameStop to do the pre-order because he knew the online website was going to crash. It looks really good. It is going to be scalped like crazy, like Julian always does, Jules. and and it's going to be a hot ticket item. But I mean, at the end of the day, the difference between the two versions of the consoles is it's just a slightly bigger screen if you play handheld mode. Otherwise, it's more or less the same. I think the reason why they're doing that, especially with the Zelda version, is because there's been a lot of rumors that the Switch 2 is going to be revealed probably next year. So they're trying to get the most sales that they can out of people buying systems again and rebuying systems before the Switch 2 comes out. I love my Nintendo Switch. I play it every day. I love it. It's a good system. I haven't played a system this much since probably the DS or 3DS because I was not a fan of the Wii. There wasn't a lot of good stuff on the Wii, and there wasn't a lot of good stuff on the Wii U. That was the PlayStation 3 era for Proto Man during that time because there wasn't a lot of good stuff. I had those systems, but just wasn't good. Hornell meant to type, I got 4 cups for game night. Oh, okay. Well, I kind of understood what you meant. That's still pretty cool though that they're chalices. That's nice. Nice topical thing. Michael Koo, the Switch Tears of Kingdom. Oh yeah, 359 USD on April 28th. My goodness. My goodness. Me, I'm not big on the custom consoles, like the custom designs, because I always feel bad using them. Like I bought many years ago, I bought the Hot Rod Red, that's literally what it was called. Hot Rod Red Mario Kart DS. And then I used it and destroyed it because it was like my personal DS. And then years later, finding out it goes for good money, and I'm like, oh man. So like buying those nice ones are always a roll of the dice. The Mario popcorn bucket I saw has Luigi and Dry Bones on it. Oh, okay. Luigi was one of the more. It's funny actually. Luigi and Dry Bones were probably the two top tier characters in Mario Kart DS back in the day. It's kind of funny that they put those two together. But mind you, it's very Luigi's Mansion we're seeing from the movie. It looks like it's a mixture of everything. Little bit of Donkey Kong, little bit of Mario Brothers Super Show, little bit of traditional Mario, little bit of Mario Kart, little bit of Donkey Kong Country kind of flavor. We got a little bit of Luigi's Mansion. What else am I forgetting that they kind of have a little bit of in there? Well, there's a bunch of Mario 2 Shy Guys and stuff like that in the background. It is pretty cool. We got 20 minutes left in the stream. Dreaming and streaming. Dreaming and streaming. But right now, like what I've been playing right now, more or less, is what else have I been playing? I started Toys R Us started to liquidate their video game section. They started to give up on carrying video games, which is kind of a shame because that was a huge legacy of Toys R Us was carrying video games. So they're starting to get rid of all their video games. So I've been buying Switch games from them ridiculously cheap. It's like they have a liquidation price and then it's an extra 30% off. So go check that out. If you're in Canada. And I picked up like SNK Heroines Fighter Tag Team Fury. Not a very good game if you're like someone who plays fighting games very seriously. Feels more like a cell phone fighting game with a lot of waifus. So I can't complain with the waifu stuff at least, but it's kind of a silly game. Doesn't have the learning curve that I would hope for. JR Mina, hey Proto, aside from cotton candy, what is for dinner? Yeah, good question. Went by the Asian supermarket today, picked up some Siok Fan, probably going to have it tomorrow. Um, I want to make Japanese curry tomorrow, so I don't really know what I'm eating tonight. I'm probably going to eat light tonight. I might just have some of the Siok Fan, maybe a pork bun because I bought 2 of them that I was going to have tomorrow. I bought some noodles. I'm going to probably make that tomorrow too. I'm not too sure yet. But definitely gonna have something Asian, like I always do. Some kind of Asian food. Always stop by my Asian supermarket every day. Everything's nice and cheap there. But tomorrow for sure, Japanese curry is the go-to. I love Japanese curry. I have to buy more rice. I just remembered now. I'm gonna need more rice for the curry. That's my go-to. And then what else? What else did I buy? I bought the banh mays, not the banh mays, the banh chuis, the banana loaves. I bought more of those. What else did I buy? I bought some Chinese croissants, which are pretty much deep fried croissants. Those are pretty good, extremely unhealthy, but I only have one or two of them. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Lizards for X, I've seen rumors of Studio Series 86 Megatron tank. Kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. Hopefully, it'll be a new mold with a secret alt mode that turns it into a gun. That would be cool. I like they did with Siege Soundwave. Hope it gives Megatron tank with a Walter P38 look. Well, again, I mean, how much better could a Studio Series 86 Megatron be from, let's say, the Earthrise version? Because if you look at the Earthrise robot mode, it's pretty close to the animation model, as good as it could get with the kibble, you know? What's my Japanese curry brand, Mike? Golden curry? I think it is. It's the one with the green packaging with the gold on it. I think that's what it's called. You probably know better than me. You're the foodie. But I think it's golden curry. I know it's a Japanese brand and I get it at the Asian supermarket, so uh JR Mina had katsu curry today. That's very good too. But I wouldn't know how to make it because I have no skills. uh Horned Owl, what did he say? Oh, he's talking to someone else. Okay. A lot of good stuff though. A lot of good stuff. I want to I want to also make in the future I want to make what's it called there, that Korean dish that I really like. Ah, with the glass noodles. I want to make that too from scratch, but it's you have to have like 5 different pans of stuff running to get it done. It's really good otherwise. Food talk, always with the food talk at the end. What else did I pick up today? Picked up a lot of weird stuff today. I'm trying to remember what else I got. What do you have here, Billy? Oh, there's Cringe McCringle. Cringe McCringle shows up right at the end. You missed the beginning, Cringe. When we're done and I do the re-upload of the segment, you can Japche. Thank you, Aronoff. Thank you. Why was I blacking out on that? I always get tired at the end of the day. I had a long day today. I was supposed to do summer tires today, and then we had an ice storm, and I was like, nope. And then because Canadian weather is bipolar, then all of a sudden, you know, um, like the first half of the day was freezing rain, icy roads, didn't do my summer tires from winter tires. And then the second half of the day, all of a sudden I'm taking off my jacket. It's like plus 13, plus 15, and there's no snow and everything melted and all the ice. And I'm like, oh God. Because I want to get my winter tires done early so I don't have to worry about it and I don't damage them. Alice Devil is something about it as accurate as Earthrise Megatron, but also having the gray barrel on the back and the red inward sides on the legs. Well, again, having it's something where how animation accurate do you want it in the robot mode? And then how much compromise do you want to have trying to make that gun mode, but still keeping it legal? Because the sad thing is they can't secretly put a Walter P38 without orange tip secret gun mode in there. So, would you be cool with a secret gun mode existing? But to make that secret gun mode, it's going to have orange parts in it, everything. Aaron Archer's probably in the chat and probably could go, there's no way in hell they could legally pull that off because he made Laserbeak and Laserbeak didn't look anything like a gun. And they still had to like make him hot orange, from his original like black and red that he was supposed to be. Horndal, I'm currently playing Stray on the Steam on PC. Such a damn good game, deserving of the praise it has gotten. Never played that. Never played that one. Kind of curious if it's that good. Cringe McCringle Proto. I need not work Saturday. I hate missing the stream. Well, you should work instead of watching me. Work is important. It's been like 6 months since I've actually watched the stream live. Well, when you get some time off, you'll be able to catch it. Who knows? Maybe in the future, when when I'm going to be able to run cons and stuff more freely and do more stuff freely, when truly the big V is gone, like, and I could really like just go out and do crazy stuff. We might move the stream to another day, and I'll probably do a vote on the community tab of the podcast. I'll do a vote to ask people when do they think would be a good alternative day to do a live stream instead of a Saturday. Because Saturdays are usually my busy days, but I managed to fit you guys in always. Bigum Soundwave came with a gun that could go on the back of Megatron. See, that's the thing is like, even if it was something that was like a combiner, like there was a lot of things people were saying, like, well, what if he was a build a figure? People were saying that, right? The problem is that if he would assemble to make a figure, and Hasbro was pretty much saying, yeah, it does that, you know, they could get in trouble. All it takes is one kid to like run at a cop with that, and then we're gonna have a whole, their stock is already terrible to begin with. Hasbro, they don't need more problems in their life. Yes, I do baking also. Baking is easy though. Baking is like the first thing you learn how to do when you're cooking. It's Baking is never tough. If you just know how to sift, that's probably the hardest thing you'll ever learn. That's not hard at all. You just learn sifting and that's it. It's very hard to screw up baking. Cooking is a different story, but baking is pretty easy. And a lot of stuff that you bake, unfortunately, isn't very healthy, so it doesn't help. But like banana muffins that I make when my regular bananas go bad, you make banana muffins out of them because they're super ripe, but that's like pure sugar, you know. Bigum says BBTS Blacks Eric for $99. Yeah, I actually posted that on my Patreon Discord. We posted that sale a couple days ago. Cooking is chemistry for hungry people. Baking is not that complicated. It's not even chemistry. Baking is baking is just measuring stuff. Yeah. No, I didn't say bacon. I said bacon. Baking. It's my French accent making it sound like bacon. Another very Canadian standard. Bacon, as it called in français. J'ai besoin de bacon. Alice Devil turned Megs into some sort of cannon. Turn him into something like and here's the problem. Here's the problem, right? Like he turns into a cannon, right? But the barrel is still orange. They don't mess around. That's the problem. And granted, this isn't the original color scheme. This is the Galvatron 2 colors, but it's too risky for them. It's I don't want to have to go up and get it right now, but like, the minigun Megatron, that when they did the legend scale, they still made an orange tip on it when it turned into a gun. And now today there's guns that are that big that actually shoot. Bacon. I haven't had bacon in so long. I was having okonomiyaki for so many weeks. I don't know if you guys were noticed when I was having like okonomiyaki like every other week, and I was having it with pork belly, which is pretty much bacon. And I realized, oh my god, I'm killing myself. All that bacon and all that deep fried Southern style Japanese food, pretty much. It's like a deep fried pizza with bacon on it. Pretty much the best way to explain it. Oh man, it was too much. And all the sauces and everything. Oh god. Filled with oil. And we got 12 minutes left in the live stream. Get your super chats in. We only got 12 minutes left. What else do we got? We got anything else? Not much else today. Not much else. I didn't do a lot of shopping today. Just food shopping. That's it. Oh, I did get one thing in the mail. Oh, I put it upstairs. Ah, damn. Damn. Put it upstairs. I got a graded card in the mail that I bought recently. Ah, that sucks. That's true. I put it already upstairs in storage. Um, it seems that the graded hockey card market has started to crash a little bit. So like the people who used to collect like graded hockey cards of a certain era, they're starting to like go down in price and they don't care anymore. So I've been starting to like buy specific guys PSA 10 graded specific guys hockey cards. So I bought a PSA 10 graded signed Brett Hull rookie card for I think like $80 when it was all said and done. Canadian, like after exchange. I bought it for like what 63 American. Um, and that's free shipping too because the seller was in Canada. Lucky me. Usually when I buy in the United States, I get screwed over. So I bought that and I was pretty happy with that. Like, so if you're into hockey cards or older sports cards from like let's say the 80s and below, it seems that the market is kind of dying a little bit. So if you want to get some good cards, looks like prices are going down. Normally I don't go out of my way to get that stuff, but I was like, oh, why not? I like Brett Hull, Ken Dryden. Those are my boys. I want to get them. I wanted to show it you guys. It was pretty cool actually. It's my first ever graded hockey card. I never owned one before. So, um, where are we at here? Alice Devil. I haven't seen my name in your credits for a while. What happened? What happened? Are you talking about like the scrolling credits? Your name should be there, no? If you're a YouTube member, should be there. I have so for the YouTube members, usually I have like something that kind of takes care of that. But if you're not, just contact me. Remind me, I'll do it manually. That's usually how I have to do it if something doesn't work. Where are we at here? Michael Koo, the Blackhawks lost Patrick Kane due to free agency. Well, you know what I just remembered too? It's WrestleMania weekend. But the Saturday is garbage. Um, unless the main event is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, two Canadians from my neck of the woods. So I should care in theory. That's the main event. Um, but I'm really more excited about tomorrow's day of WrestleMania. Pretty much, in my opinion, a co-main event. Asuka in the main event against what's her name, Bianca Belair, and Cody Rhodes, who I like. I like Cody Rhodes. Really cool dude. I got to meet him twice when he was kind of doing indies and stuff here in Montreal. So, um, man, oh man, like tomorrow's going to be interesting. And Asuka's new look and theme song is amazing. I love it. Oni Asuka, as I call it. It's Oni Asuka. She's lost her mind. The scroll. Usually if you go to see, I don't know, like, see, I don't know how YouTube does things when you go to a lower tier and then you go up. Does it screw things up? I don't know. No, it's not in Toronto, WrestleMania. It's in Hollywood this weekend. It's in California this weekend. The last time WrestleMania was in Toronto was The Rock and Hogan. That was WrestleMania 19. Could be wrong. That was the last time it was in Toronto in the Sky Dome. How much time we got left? We got 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left, and then we are done for today. Get those super chats in, and then we are done. We'll relax for the rest of the evening. Some good stuff. Yeah, see, T-Formers 2000, the Patreon's different because the good thing with Patreon has a really good bot system. Like Patreon has like a bot that works for Discord, it has a bot that works for like if you have like people who like any other content creators when they have like those credits and everything, they have bots for all that kind of stuff, which is really useful. So like, but the thing is with the YouTube membership stuff, they don't have something that's like as useful, unfortunately. That's why like if you want to be on the Discord, it's like and you're a YouTube member, just contact me personally and I'll get you the link, you know, like on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you know. That's the best way to do it. I wish that there was they number one, they don't have a contact system, which I hate. I hate that I can't contact my YouTube members. I wish I was able to do that. I guess they want to do it for privacy for other YouTube like content creators who don't want to contact their fans, but I wish they had something like that. So the only way you could contact me properly And it's the only way that's 100% it's me. Don't believe any random email you get or like messages you get through YouTube. Um, it's either my Twitter or my Instagram. That's it. That's it. If you get contacted through some rando on YouTube, it's not me. If you get contacted by like if some rando on YouTube says, "Hey, send me money through some kind of thing," it's not me. you know. Yeah, I know it's confusing. It's confusing with that. I apologize for it. It's so dumb that they don't have a proper system. I've talked with YouTube about it many times, and they had a lot of problems. Like we actually missed we missed a day throughout the week. We didn't do a segment because YouTube servers crashed and we weren't processing everyone's videos. It was nasty, man. I actually missed a day of a segment, which I that rarely happens. I usually miss one day, maybe two max a year out of 364 days that we do this. Billy B, my last wrestling anything was Hogan Ultimate Warrior. Well, that was Toronto Skydome. That was also Toronto, which was right around the time when we first got Undertaker. It was 1991. Undertaker was Survivor Series, and then you had um, Hogan against Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 6 in the Skydome, where Ultimate Warrior beat Hulk Hogan, and then Jim Hellwig held that belt for a bit before he screwed everything over and ruined his career. And that was typical Jim Hellwig. Um, Michael Koo, I still think that Kane WWE should have never taken off his mask. I agree. I still think that he should have not have even talked. Glenn Jacobs, who plays Kane, when he first debuted, was extremely jacked. Really hit the gym all the time. Was really that Mike Myers kind of scary character. And then as time progressed, it's like he wasn't going to the gym as much, so he started getting really skinny. He's still a tall guy, but he's a tall, skinny guy. So he started getting skinny and then he started talking. First, he was doing it with the voice changer like this. And then he started talking normally. And then he took off the mask and it ruined all the mystique. But when he first debuted, he was hype, man. He was hype. Probably one of the best WrestleMania entrances of all time. That's Hell in the Cell, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, Hell in the Cell. That was in Survivor Series. That was 1997, and I watched Kane's very first match live because that was Survivor Series 1997 was his first match against Mick Foley, Mankind. Where are we at here? T Formers 2002, who is a Patreon person. By the way, Proto, another Energon Igniter repaint of Jet Blitzwing into Starscream just got found in retail. Are you serious? Well, I know that I'm probably going to be doing a segment on Monday about the Megatron art. So I'll probably add that to it and we'll do a nice little historical explanation for that. 1991 WrestleMania 7 was in Los Angeles. Cuz WrestleMania 6 was Toronto. But that's why Undertaker debuted in 1991 for Survivor Series. So that's the numbers that I know. Is the cat meowing? Oh, cat's running away. Mayor Kane. Was it Cobb? What's the county that he's mayor of? Cobb County, something. I loved it when Jesse Ventura was mayor of Minnesota. That was hilarious. And Jesse Ventura is wild. Damon Batts. Damon, you come in during some WWE, WWF, WCW chat. Good timing. Good timing, man. We only got 2 minutes left, anyways, in the live stream. I think we lost like 10 people from the live stream just from talking about wrestling. But it's WrestleMania weekend, so how could you not go watch WrestleMania tomorrow? Knoxville. There you go. Why did I think Cobb County? Knoxville. You know what? I don't know if Kane is a smart guy like Glenn Jacobs. Like I've never seen shoot interviews with him, so I don't know if he is. Like I watch a lot of shoot interviews. Like that's literally like I love the Kevin Nash podcast. Like if you want so before we end, what podcast does Proto Man listen to? Anything wrestling. Kevin Nash podcast, something to wrestle with when they do it. Um I love anything that's comedy. Tim Dillon podcast is hilarious. If I could have it on in the background at work, this is a really good podcast. A lot of good stuff. But Kevin Nash podcast every Monday. There's a new one. Really good. Love it a lot. Kevin Nash was one of those guys. I had a chance to meet him in real life, like at a con. I passed up the opportunity and I regret it. And now afterwards, now I'm like, man, next time I get a chance, for sure, I'm gonna go talk to him. Like he was there when there was other wrestlers, and I was just so distracted. Oh, there's Bret Hart. Oh, there's Mick Foley. Oh, who else was there? Chris Jericho is there. Oh, Ric Flair is there. So I was like so distracted. Now I regret it. It's like, man, why didn't I? Why didn't I? And the last question we will answer today is a non YouTube member, non Patreon question, but I feel like being nice today, and it'll be Jason YT. And it is there anything that Protoman isn't a fan of? He has so many interests. Um, I've said this a lot. I think the world is an amazing place. I think the world is like, I think I've said this so many times. I think the world is the coolest place in the is just the coolest place, and there's not enough time in life to enjoy all the cool stuff that the world has to offer. Like people who are negative, always looking for trouble, complaining, always looking for outrage, woke culture, blah blah blah, me. You know what? The world is so freaking awesome with so much cool stuff. The fact that you spend any moment of time in your life complaining about it, is absolute madness. And that's why, like, video games, wrestling, sports. Like I was just talking about hockey, like sports, comic books, action figures, trading cards, TCGs, Magic the Gathering stuff, Pokemon. I'm into all this stuff to the extreme. Like here's my just wanted to show you guys. This is like my tower, right? This is the top of my computer tower. Look at the mix of stuff that's here. You got a little bit of Mega Man, you got a little bit of Batman, you got Bret Hart there, you got a lot of Proto Man stuff. You got some Ninja Turtles, you got my boy over there. That's a statue by my friend Tomoya-san. That was the Metal Force one. And once again, this is why Proto Man doesn't touch the camera because now he screwed up everything. Like there's so much cool stuff in this world. There's just so much cool fucking stuff in this world that the fact that there's people that complain about everything that's going on is just so sad, you know? And like my biggest complaint is I only live so long and that I'm not going to be able to enjoy it all, you know? To be able to fit everything in and enjoy all that cool stuff. Not Funkos though. Funkos are a waste of time and plastic. It's bad for the environment. Haven't you learned anything about Funkos? you know? Fun fact, fun fact, I actually own two Barbies. I own so Speed Racer. When the Speed Racer movie came out in 2008, they did a Barbie, I think it was called Black Series. They did a Barbie Black Series of Speed Racer and Trixie, and they were absolutely gorgeous. And to me, I felt like I wasn't buying Barbie dolls, I was buying hot toys. Like they were so amazing. So I actually own Barbie dolls. I actually do. No joke. Who the hell is Andrew Tate? Why do I keep hearing his name? Why do I keep hearing his name? I'm the Andrew Tate. You better be someone cool then. But it's crazy. There's so much cool stuff in this world. You know that Speed Racer can. No, it was based off of what's his name there, Emil, whatever the actor. Let me go get it. Hold on. Before we call it quits. Let me go get it. I'll show it to you guys. Just to show how serious I am. Just to show you how serious I am. Okay? Bam. Barbie collector. Barbie series. What is it called? Pink Label? There you go. Pink Label. Speed Racer. Look at that. That is freaking cool. Look at that. Look at that. How much did I pay for this? KB Toys. $49.99. That was a trip to the States, probably. That is badass, man. Look at that. Speed Racer Ken. you know? But again, that's why I like so many things. Because, yeah, you're damn right it looks cool. That's not a, like, to me, that's like when I saw that, like when I first saw this at this, and again, look, this is KB Toys. That shows you how long ago I bought that. When I saw that on the shelf at KB Toys, I didn't go, "Oh, look at these two Barbie dolls." I was like, "Damn, that's like some Hot Toys stuff. Look how nice that is. Look how nice. Look at the like the faux leather jacket and everything. That is badass. Look at that." Well, I love Speed Racer. I'm a racing guy like crazy. That's like my whole life is racing. So Speed Racer was a big part of my childhood growing up. So good. Yeah, no, it looks amazing. Like that's why when I saw, look, even like, see if you look carefully, like he has the neckerchief he's holding in his hand there, like his little yellow neckerchief. Like it's so nice. See, she has the radio, the like, isn't that amazing? It is so cool. I wonder how much that goes for now. Kept it mint and package all these because it looked so nice in the box. I didn't want to take it out. But anyways, guys, we're 5 minutes over. You got to see some cool stuff in the process. So again, thank you guys for coming to the live stream, hanging out, doing all of that. We peaked at about 151 people, and then we started talking about wrestling and food and Barbie, and then we're down to 103. So you're the survivors, the last 100 or so. Um, Andrew Tate is a guy that stands up to the woke. It's just look, you know, it's to me, it's like I just don't like people who complain all the time. Like I would understand if you're someone who complains about how tough life is, if you're on the other side of the globe in a third world country not able to eat. But, there was a stand up comedian that said the best. I forget his name. He was a great Indian stand up comedian. It's not Russell Peters. And he said, we live in a world where we have this thing that you poop in it and then you pull the toilet down, you pull the handle, and then the poop disappears. And there's most people in the world that don't even have that, you know? So it's like, and we're so ignorant as a people that some of us don't even know where that poop goes after we push it down. It's like, where's it go? I don't know. Yeah. Like that's like we have it so good. Like look, this is excess when you think about it. You know, do we have a right to complain? Do we really about how tough life is? Oh, I didn't get my 2 sugars in my latte this morning. I'm getting triggered. Please enjoy life. Enjoy the people around you. Like I always say, be grateful to those you have around you. Life is not as tough as you say it is. And like I always say every single week, Twitter is not real. Okay? Twitter is not real. Enjoy yourself and enjoy everyone around you. And that is that. Let's not talk about negative stuff. See, now people are getting into the negativity again. He's an ist. He's a that. Okay, sure he is. But does that mean I am one too? Maybe. I don't know. I don't care. You can't cancel someone that doesn't care. You know? Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for all for coming once again. If you want to support the podcast even more, we have the Patreon link down there. You could come join the Patreon. That's the best way to sell the podcast and support it in a lot of ways. Thank you all for coming by and enjoying the love of Transformers and the robots in the skies and talking about everything else. Um, I'm gonna go play some Nintendo Switch now. I'm gonna go play me some Undertale. Not Undertale. Undertale I played many years ago. I'm gonna play me some Guardian's Tale, Pokemon Quest, uh, and I think maybe I want to replay Zelda when I get some time. Anyways, guys, thank you all for coming. I am out of here. Take care of yourselves. Thank you all the people who came by, all the Patreon members, YouTube members. Thank you to all my sponsors, including even Hasbro Pulse, who puts up with my craziness. I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And as always, go, 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 bots. I'm out of here.